to my eyes. Keeps me thinking things about us together. It wasn't easy to ignore what I feel about you when you're my own best friend. Would you tell me, am I getting too close? 'Cause I can't guess what you will say. Although I'm scared to lose a friendship, but this time, let me try to change your mind. Maybe it's you. Yeah, I should have told you something I say. Can sound crazy, but got to love the way you smile at me. I wanna call you mine now. Nobody feels like this, it's always been you. Knowing how much you care about me keeps me living questions if you feel the same. It wasn't easy to act like I don't care when you told me a girl asked you out. So just tell me, should I not cross the line? 'Cause I can't guess what you will say. Although I'm scared to lose a friendship, but this time, let me try to change your mind. Maybe it's you. Yeah, I should have told you something I say. Can sound crazy, but got to love the way you smile at me. I wanna call you mine now. Nobody feels like this.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Awkward Moments of Jatsu. It's Saturday. I hope you guys are having a lovely and wonderful Saturday so far. Give me 2 seconds. I've just realised the emote wall isn't working. And I fixed it over the weekend as well. And it's still not working, which really sucks. Right? Let me tell you, I spent all weekend trying to figure it all out. And I even managed to get an animated one and blah, blah, blah. And it still doesn't work. Oh, do you know what? I want to stop my music and let you listen to the Ace Attorney one. Because do you know what? The soundtrack for Ace Attorney is actually really good. Let's go to the orchestra hall. We had people here, so I had to hide. And then we're having more people tomorrow. Why? I don't know, Twirly. Maybe because your household is a welcoming household. Thank you so much for the farts. Where are the widgets? Here we go. Yes, I spent ages trying to figure out an animated emote wall and it's not working. So I'll need to go back to the drawing board, unfortunately. But for the time being, let's use the old one so then you guys can have some fun. Here we go. The non-animated one. They aren't my guests, so I can be rude and continue hiding. That's fair enough. I mean, yeah, you're right. They're not your guests, so I suppose there's no harm. Oh, wait, hang on. I forgot to undo this. Let's not have the cropped version. Let's have the full screen. But yes, I hope you're having a lovely Saturday. I'm so sorry. We've already started the stream off with scuff. I did, however, manage to sort out my audio a little bit. So hopefully the mic is sounding a bit better. I don't know. It's last time I found that the microphone was too quiet, and I think it's because one of the filters I put on was a little bit too I sound lovely. Thank you so much, Twirly. Oh, thank you. But it should be sounding a lot better today. Yeah, last time I found that the mic was a little bit too quiet. Today I've fixed it. It's a bit louder, but it's not like oh no, was that too nice? Should I be mean? I mean, that's up to you. You can be either or. I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, so I fixed that, and then I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll go look into an animated emote wall as well. And the one I got worked. Masochist. I'm not a masochist. No, I'm not. I'm a bit of both, actually.
Go on then, go cry. Go cry your eyes out, little
No,
baby.
I'm not going to cry. The day I actually properly cry on stream, you're going to feel bad for it. But yeah, so I spent ages looking into an animated emote wall, and then it worked when I was testing it out, and I was like, yay, it finally works, something works. And well, I have nothing to show for it because it didn't work today during the stream, unfortunately. There's not much delay today, so I'm not waiting for an hour for my sound. Let's go. Look, okay, I'm sorry, right? We all know that streaming is difficult and there are certain technical difficulties every now and then. And previously it was because I had really... So the delay was caused by not so much my connection, but OBS. So OBS had a serious delay and serious lag due to the fact that I wasn't able to run OBS at an optimal sort of... You know my point. Anyway, I don't know the words. But since the wipe of my computer, by accident, by the way, if anyone saw on Twitter, I accidentally wiped my computer clean, fresh clean. That's a compliment? Really? Really? Didn't sound like one to me. Didn't sound like one to me. But because I wiped my computer absolutely clean, I'm able to actually run a really high quality stream. I know previously I had it at 60 frames per second, but even that was a bit of a struggle for my system. And keep in mind, my computer is a good 7 to 8 years old and it's still able to run pretty well for what it is. I need to upgrade it, and I plan to upgrade it when there's a new... So I'm going to get boos and hisses. I use Mac. I'm waiting for Mac or Apple to release a new chip. They're not planning to release it till next year. So I need this computer to last me until next year, or the middle of next year, for me to get the new chip. Because if I'm going to be putting money into tech, I'm going to be wanting to put it into the newest tech and one that I know that will last me for several years. Because I don't want to be upgrading several times every once a year. And I mean, to be fair, I am probably going to be doing that because I'm also planning to get a PC desktop so that I'll run a dual setup. So then I'm not constantly borrowing or stealing my sister's laptop. But if I'm running a dual setup with a PC, that means if I get a PC, I'll only need to upgrade it as and when, obviously, games and their new, and the need for higher processing system to run the games. So hopefully that won't require me to upgrade it too often, and then I can run higher end games. So then I can play Monster Hunter, I can play The Division 2 as well on stream. I mean, I still can play it on my sister's laptop, it's not a problem. It's just, I don't want to be constantly stealing it from her because she needs it for her things, and then, I know it's not fair for me to be like, hey, sorry sis, can I see your laptop for streaming? So hopefully I will be able to get a dual system up and running, and then I also need to figure out how I'm going to connect the Switch to it. Do I connect the Switch to the PC and then run it through the PC to the Mac? I will figure all of that out later on, so I'm going to end up just daisy chaining everything. What my wire management is going to be mental. And I know that if I ever send a picture to Tyria of my wire management, her eye is going to twitch. She's going to get a proper twitchy eye. She'll be like, oh my God, Jatsu, what are you doing? Your wire management makes me cry. But that will also require me to get a new desk, because my desk currently is control your wires. I will try and do so, Twirly. But yeah, my desk is currently... I mean, I could technically get a second screen on my desk with the PC. I just need to move things about and clear it. But I would also like a bigger desk. Not so much bigger as in more depth, but more width. I'd like a... Oh no, I didn't mean to change the music, sorry. But yeah, so I like a longer desk. But I also want to, if I'm going to get a new desk, I want more storage space because I've got so many books. Honestly, I need more space for books. I need more shelves. Did you get a wrist rest thing? I remember your desk hurting. Yeah, so my desk, the edge of it, when I lean on it, it hurts because, right. I will have to send you guys a picture or show you guys a picture of what my setup is like. My setup is very not great. Let's put it that way. So I have my computer screen and then I've got the drawing tablet, but those two things take up majority of the desk space. So what I do get to lean my arms on my desk is the edge of a glass desk, by the way, not even like a nice wooden one. It's a glass desk. I have a glass desk. And I do have reasons for why I have a glass desk. I got a glass desk because I studied animation at uni, so I'm an animator, or I say in loose terms animator. I don't actually animate that much these days. And what I really wanted to do was stick to doing traditional animation because I absolutely love doing hand-drawn animation, which you can do digitally nowadays. But, you know, I was just being me, and then I was like, do you know what? I want to draw them all on paper. I want to animate it all. So if I get a glass desk, it can double up as a light table, and then I just put a lamp underneath the desk and, you know, light table, ta-da! That never happened. So I can watch my knees. I couldn't even look at my knees. Twirly, my drawing tablet covers the whole entire desk. I can't see. Is this a concert? Yes, it is, Shumi. It is an Ace Attorney concert. I love the music from this game. And oh my god, they did a concert, I think last year for the anniversary. And I think it was the 25th anniversary. Why are we talking about knees? I'm talking about the glass desk that I've got. Twirly says that I got a glass desk so that I can see my knees. And then I was just explaining that I can't actually see my knees because my drawing tablet's in the way. I can't see nothing. So when I don't have anything on the desk and I actually can see through it and see my legs, I get freaked out because I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck's underneath my desk? And I realised my own legs. My own legs freak me out. Oh dear. I also have BG3 music playing in the background, so it's quite cacophony. Did I say that right? Cacophony? But that's fair. I mean, BG3 music's actually pretty good too. Oh my god, no. What do you mean, oh my god, no? Did I say it wrong? Cacophony? Cacophony. Look, okay, I never said I was the best reader. I can so most of the times when I read in my head more than I read out loud. And then all the words that I do manage to read are sounded out phonetically. I'm sorry, I'm a phonetic reader. Or how the words are spelt and sounded in my head. Look, I never said English was... my English isn't great. I know this. I did rubbish at school in English. Like, honestly, I was in... What? Actually, I wasn't even bottom set. So we had sets.
You're a bloody cacophony.
What do you mean I'm a bloody cacophony? Shh, you. I wasn't even bottom set. I was... So at my... I don't know if all schools did this, but when I was studying... It was a long time ago. We had like top set, mid set, and lower set for each different subjects at school. And I wasn't even in the lower set. I think I was in. Do you know what's even funny? I was in top set. Now that I think about it, I was in top set. The only subject that I wasn't in top set was maths, and I really wanted to be in top set. So I worked really hard to try and push to get into top set, and then. Only to be told, oh yeah, doesn't matter how hard you work, you'll never be in top set. I was like, thanks so much, miss. No, top set, not top sex. Shrew me. Shrew me. No, it's not what this stream's about. Nuh-uh. Even in science, I love science, honestly. I actually memorized the periodic table. I don't remember it now anymore. I used to be able to draw it all out and write out all the elements and all the numbers. I say numbers. I don't even remember what they're called now. Damn, this stream got wild. I was questioning a lot. I love when Jatsu gets the panic high-pitched voice. Don't make me panic. Anyway, I won't gas on because we'll be here all day. Oh my god, typos. You have a new name now. Jay-Zoo. Am I a mix between Jay and myself? Is that what it is? Right. Oh, no, not title screen. Okay. Nope, that's not the game. Better than Hatsu? Well, at least Hatsu's the evil version. Jay-Zoo would just be like a bird version of me. Right, so we completed chapter 1 last stream. We are going to move on to chapter 2 today. Are you gonna load? Oh, wait. No. I'm not an artist, but this needs to be made now. What, the Jay-Zoo? Me as a bird? What type of bird would I be, though? I wouldn't be a blue jay, would I? I know I've got blue hair, but it doesn't count. As long as we draw breath, the wheel of fate turns. Oh, this is a good chapter. I like this chapter. And we get to meet a lot of new characters. Spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And when the wheel stops... you die. What type of bird do you want to be? I want to be Big Bird. But Big Bird's a big yellow bird. My favourite bird is actually the eagle owl. I don't want to be Big Bird. I also didn't, I didn't realise until this was something I saw on TikTok. Filipino, he's Dutch. This is what I mean. Big Bird has different variations in different countries, and some of them are actually like his family or related cousin-wise, and some of them aren't. They're just an alternate universe version of him. There's a Mexican version called Alberto, I think, and he's green. And yeah, and apparently Pino is the blue version of Big Bird. Oh my god, this was fascinating. I was just like, oh, really? Be one of those French chickens with the giant feather crowns. I don't know what chickens you're referring to, Twirly. Hang on. I'm going to look this up. French chickens. What the hell's a French chicken? French chicken. No, I'm not getting actual... Well, I am getting chicken in my search, but they're not... Yeah, I'm just getting food pics of cooked chicken. I don't think that's what we want to be. We don't want to be a freshly cooked chicken. I mean, according to Elfie Worms, I am a 3-course meal, so clearly I'd be very tasty, but that's not our goal and aim today. You will find it. Okay, cool. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here, honest. Why are you side-eyeing me for? for the cooked chicken comment? Here, being the legendary Wright & Co. law officers. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. Ah, you must be here for the interview. Right this way. Huh? Hello there. You found the right place. Welcome. What's with this girl? Being the cooked chicken and the 3-course meal. Look, I didn't say these things, right? Elfie Worm, we were having a discussion. Elfie Worm was like, Jetsu, you're a 3-course meal. I was like, huh? Actually, no, well, she didn't just come out with it. We were having a very unhinged morning, like we do. And she sent me something. And honestly, I can't remember what we were talking about, but she sent me something. So she sent me a picture of this, I think it's oh my god, what are they called? Sugar squirrels? They're like they're like flying squirrels, but not. And they're part of the squirrel family. They've got big, round, black eyes, and they're very cute looking. And I think they're called sugar squirrels. Never heard of Alfie, so can I believe you? Oh, you can. Elfie Worm. She's one of my best friends. I've known her for a long time, and I love her to bits. I also hang out with her whenever I can. Twirly, Polish and French chickens are very different. But okay, I will look up the Polish chickens later. But yeah, so I was talking to Elfie when she sent me a picture of this. I think it was a sugar squirrel, and it was just someone holding it and pretending to eat it. And then I turned around and said, where can I find a man that'll eat me? And then she was just like, Jetta, you're a 3-course meal. I was just like, oh, brilliant. So I'm a 3-course meal. Oh, dear. Yeah. So I have really weird conversations with my friends. I mean, why not? Have fun. You're not, as long as it's not harming anyone, you're enjoying yourself. Why restrain yourselves? There's no need for it. Just go out there and have fun. What's with this girl? Well, now, shall we begin? Our convos are perfectly normal. Yeah, they're absolutely normal. Begin what? Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Like how we were... Are you going to have a name in your food because it was warm? Oh. Well, you said don't nap in your food. And I said, well, do you know what? It wouldn't be so bad because it's warm. Well, I guess defending. Defending. An unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead. Show me. Defend. Just give it all you've got. Don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson. A professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend, no? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Huh? The Wright & Co. law offices, right? Oh, I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again. What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. I'm Tracy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. It all came flooding back. The trial. That girl. Hello, sir. Please pick a card. It's Phoenix's daughter. That's right. She's my daughter. Trucy, right. Here, check out our flyer. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So, what's your name? Apollo. Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Let's talk to us some more. So, is this really a talent agency? Wait, Phoenix's daughter? Yeah! So in our last trial, we discovered that Phoenix is no longer practicing law. He lost his license. Does his husband know? I don't think so, no. So yeah, he's no longer practicing law. He's lost his license. Our boss was actually the culprit, the murderer. So we sent our boss into prison. That was Christoph Gavin. I nearly forgot his name. So we then lost our job, and then Phoenix Wright told us to come and visit him because he was going to give us a job. And we also discovered that he now has a daughter called Trucy. I don't think Miles knows because Miles is in the picture right now. He will be later. Hopefully he'll return. But we don't know where he is. Apparently he's just not here. And Nick is no longer looking all neat and, smart. He's now looking like a hobo. So we call him Hobo Nick. They were on a break. They are on a break currently. And let's hope for Miles' safe return. I mean, we will be seeing Miles soon, next month, when I get the new game, which we will play after we finish this first game of this trilogy. Mostly because time. Who's the mum? We will, right. We will figure that out because, there's a lot to discover this game. There's a lot to take in, but we will figure that out. We will discover a lot with this game. There's a lot of story to unfold here, and we're only in the second chapter. Oh, ASMR voice chat too. It's not that good, I promise you. Right. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people? Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I am a professional, Right. Thank you for the second here, Stream. Oh, I forgot to thank you as well, Twirly, for the first here redeem. Thank you. Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person that agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say you couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic. You got thanked before Twirly. You did. I forgot to thank Twirly, unfortunately. But better late than never, right? That's a good motto to stick by. Better late than never. At least you're optimistic. I'll give you that. So you're you're Phoenix Wright's daughter. That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy. Get it? No. I'm in charge of this whole office too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? 15? How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm older than Phoenix. I'm older than Phoenix. But that means he had Trucy when he was... So we've established this as well. So Trucy isn't actually Phoenix's biological daughter. Did I just ruin it? So 18, yeah. Oh, thank you, Shroomy, for the maths. I would not have done it that quickly. But yeah, so Trucy isn't Phoenix's biological daughter, which we already know because when we played the trilogy, well, he could have had her in secret and just didn't tell anyone in the first trilogy and was just like, yeah, no, I'm a single man on my own, no daughter, no nothing, kind of thing. But I don't, there's, I can understand why you didn't reach top sex. I am top set mass. Streamy! You're so mean! You're so mean! Why are you so mean to me today? Alright, look, listen, okay? I can do maths on paper, I can do maths with calculators. I cannot do maths mentally. It's not a skill that I have. Well, funny enough though, but my job requires me to be good at maths, and I can work things out as long as there's a calculator, and not so much when I have to do it in my head. Sorry, I had some bad customers. I'm going to be a little mean then. No, that's fine. Don't worry, Shroomy. I'm only teasing. I'm fine. You don't need to. I'm not really that upset. Trust me. If I was, you'll know. You'll know. Jatsu's not one that, well, let's just say, when push comes to shove, I will push you back. No, Twirly. No. Twirly's the one that likes it when people are mean to her. I'm sure there's a good explanation, I hope. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Eh? You know about that? Why are you bonking me for, huh? Then you are mad too if you're angry. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. I think I was talking to... Oh, I was on to Terry. This was ages ago. And we were talking about a guy again. And then I can't remember why. I think it's because I said this guy'd make a really good sugar daddy. And then she typoed and said, yeah, the saddie. And then we both had a laugh because we were like, oh yeah, you know, he could be a sugar daddy that's sad. So be a saddie. And then I replied back with other names like Maddie and Noyadi and there was one more. And then we were just laughing at us being silly. You love in private, Twirly, in private. Not in public. Eh? You know about that? Not the details. I remember the news though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time and get a chance. Daddy, right. That reminds me. About Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. Apologies, I will self-ban. Go on. Into the little corner you go. Go cry in the corner. Here, Twirly, just for you, if I can find the sound alert. Oh my God. Where is it? Oh my God, I can't find it. Oh no. Here, this one. Here you go. Just for you, Twirly.
Go on then, go cry. Go cry your eyes out, little baby.
The hospital. Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. What? Okay. Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. I thought that was Tracy then. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close. Right. Well, I'll be going now, and I'll give this showbiz gig some thought. Okay. Wait, I'll go with you. Phoenix is in hospital. Oh my God, he's watching The Still Samurai. And look at his hospital room. That would literally be my hospital room, actually. So this is Mr. Wright's hospital. Oh, it's this creepy guy. Eh? Visitors, are you? Yeah. Are you the doctor? Yeah. Dr. Hickfield's the name. Good morning, doctor. Oh, hiya there, Trucy. Cute as ever. Is this Daddy's room? Oh, yeah, except he's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? You got any places you like examined? This guy is disgusting. I really don't like him. Why is he so disgusting? Yeah, no, he is supposed to be a pervert doctor, so. Look at him. He's like, got any places you'd like examined? Ugh. Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't the daddy-o, the cutest little thing in town. I guess I'll be off then. Later, Tracy. Ugh. Wow, what an odd bird that guy was. Good morning. Didn't expect to see you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. Look at it, it's Hobo Nick. I do like him better, but it's Hobo Nick. They've got plushies of him. Well, it's really cute little like round plushies, and I wanted to get them, but I think I've missed the pre-order for him now. Why is he more attractive? I know, right? He's so much more attractive as a hobo. Oh, he just looks better. It's because he's all rough and gruff, right? It's because he's a dad now. Single dad Phoenix, right? Do you know children? Yeah, but Trucy's not. She's not like child. She is. Oh, how old is she again? Was she 17? Oh, 15. She's 15. 3 more years, and she'll be a full-grown adult, and she'll be living her life and whatnot. It's not that bad. Right, let's talk to him. What happened? So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve. I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air, only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head. Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. He really is as lucky as they say. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big, not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Tracy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. You'll always be Daddy's little girl to me. Oh my God. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Tracy. My foot, I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. Oh, Daddy. Oh, why do they have to use the word Daddy, honestly? I'm going to be constantly saying it. Because Trucy calls him Daddy. I mean... It's not so bad because I am calling Phoenix Daddy. Shh. It's okay, Jack. No, I don't. I'm 22. Do you mean I want to call Twirly Daddy or Twirly wants to call him Daddy? Oh, God. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. Both. Oh, Daddy Twirly. There you go. You get that one for free. To be honest, though, I don't think I could. If I had a partner... Why did I get a sus strike? How was that sus? Show me. I was giving chat what they wanted. But no, honestly, if I had a partner and they were like, Jantu, call me Daddy, I'd just be like, no, I can't, I'm sorry. I'd laugh and leave the room. There's no way. No way. It ain't happening. Oh, dear. So, why did you contact me? What could the right talent agency possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come into the office of your own free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big. I thought someone was dying. I mean, I think we want sus before we reached to this stage, to be fair. We went sus. Sorry, I misread your sentence there, Shumi. I mean, yeah, okay, we did. We did, okay. I'll give you that. I'm not going to refute it. And plus, the command is for you guys to have fun with. Oh, and if anyone doesn't know any of the commands... Oh, wait, hang on. It'd be good if I actually did the commands correctly. Here are the list of commands that you can use or utilize during my stream. And don't forget that Jatsu has merch, so go check it out. I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people and one of them is in the hospital. That's right. Daddy, how are we going to pay this month's rent and the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school again. No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us? Polly? Huh? What? And now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? All right, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Daddy. Hook, line and sinker. Now it's time to reel him in. It's official. I'm scared. All right, so who's the client? Ah, yes, here. Take a look at the map, I'll explain. Last night I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochine pasta joint, Alden Tay's. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted the client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Whoa, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke. Huh? Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know? Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. In the office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. People Park. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So he's going to make me investigate this after all. Okay, so we need to go back to the agency. Today is not my day when it comes to reading. I'm struggling. Hey. How long you plan on making me wait, eh? Thank you for the hydrate, Twirly. Ooh. I have tea. And then after I finish my flask of tea, I'm going to have hot water. I was going to make a cold drink, but I was like, do you know what? I really fancy just some hot water. It's not that cold today, but it's not that warm either. It's very gloomy. It's raining where I am at. So it's not a nice day today. And I hope my streams can brighten. Wait, why are there 3 clips? I literally did not see. I looked down and I was like, 3 clips. So what? What? Oh my God. Why are you oh my God in for, Twirly? How long are you planning on making me wait? Good morning. Oh, I read his voice totally wrong. Hey there, Trucy doll. Sounds like your pop's had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client. Hey, so this is that Polly fellow, eh? Oh, yes, the name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed, like ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Polly. Wait, did he? No, he called him Polo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half cooked. It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed. My keys been kept. My noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? You know Mr. Aldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? No nicknames, please, and no, of course I don't know him. You new in these parts? Not really. Then you know the best noodles in town. Aldoon's noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles. Help me out here, Trucido. This is Mr. Guy Aldoon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Aldoon. I forgot he has a harmonica. Anything for you, Trucido. One thing I like, his design is really good. So he's a noodle stand owner. But yeah, his design is really good, and the fact that he's got noodle like hair, but it's also a very disgusting design. Because can you imagine having noodles for hair? It'd be it's not nice. It's not great. It's just constantly wet and stodgy. You'd have wet and stodgy hair constantly. It's very 90s. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that twirly 90s Eminem. Oh my god. That's a very good point. It is very 90s Eminem. Oh wait, hang on. No, it's Justin Timberlake. Right? Oh, I don't remember his hair back then. Oh my god, that was so long ago. What was it? It was when he was it was NSYNC? When he was part of NSYNC, and his hair. Oh my god. The noodles. I think there's still memes that go around about his hair. That might have been who you were thinking of. Maybe, yeah, because I don't remember Eminem ever having long hair. I think he's always been very short. Like almost generic white guy. I mean, okay, fair enough. But very different music. Very different music. Right, who's this guy? So you run a noodle stand, Mr. Aldoon. Guy Aldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for 1.5 years. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodlemen for generations. Got a lot of expectations on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. That's a pretty old noodle. And all that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh. There was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So, it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. I'm a lurk for a bit. No worries, Twirly. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy your lurk and whatever you're doing. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it, but in the end I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So last year I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Aldoon's noodles. So tell me more about Aldoon's noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles. I make them so salty, why they're saltier than salt. Now I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pop's stand back during his attorney days too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry, I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Eh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl back now. What do you mean? It was stolen. My stand, gone. Stolen? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. Like, taking a shower. No worries, Shroomy. I hope you have a nice hot shower. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Now you're just trying to butt me up. That sounded more like a blues. Oh my god. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked up by the house. Then, this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My key, my castle. Oh, look at him. He's so depressed. I'm just hanging his head. He's like, I've lost my noodle stand. Maybe some bum carted it off. Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. You know it. Anyhow, that's still. Good luck. Good, huh? Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make them so hot and salty, 2 bowls kill man, then I'd really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get it back today if you can, Apollo. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Oh, I remember this. Poor Trucy. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. This is the panty thief story. Panties. So they were, stolen. Your, My panties, yes. Right. Panties. That's a crying shame, that is, Trucy doll. I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to dry. When a thief came and took them, my favourite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait. Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. Darn crying shame, yup. Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, by my sandal, there's an empty bowl in your future, Apollo. Right. And you help out Trucy doll here too, yeah? Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in the courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list, Phoenix Wright. Oh, Phoenix Wright, Daddy's hit and run incident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's going to pay us for this again? And the second item, Mr. Aldine's request, to find his stolen stand, for which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. And the last request is mine, to find my stolen panties. And that bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly. To the streets. Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. Guess we might as well get started. Let's see, hit and run, a stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. Right. We are going to go to the accident scene, seen as Phoenix Wright's our first client. So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car. According to the map, this is the place. We get to meet someone though. Someone who is very pretty. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there too. Oh, it's her. I love her. I love these. So this chapter has a lot of Very likable characters, in my opinion, anyway. Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something? Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating? I don't have a husky voice, so I can't even do it. I'll make her sound as close as possible to what I think. That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Ooh, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitaka family mansion, little girl. Eh? You, kid with the hair, you want something? Me? No, not a thing. Bye. Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kitaki family, they're the biggest organised crime syndicate in town. I love her. If you're going to ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Right. Yay, way to whip him into shape, man. Does she know no fear? I'm Plum Kitaki, wife of the fourth head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo, Justice Attorney at Law. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. I love Little Plum. Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so... Yes? Whoa. What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy? Huh? That seems a little bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters. Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Trucy, through me, please, I'm begging you here. Oh, did my game freeze? The bad guys. I like the sound of that. I'm going to need some warm tea after this. It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business, if we can help it, please. So, there was supposedly a car accident here last night. Last night? Of course you wouldn't know about it, so sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away. That's my daddy! I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great pointman. Capo? Pointman? Could you avoid using too much industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since this morning. Cleaning up this paint. Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise and found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to his rescue. You've my husband and the boss to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked him over this paint and turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please go through me when you want to. Don't be such a stiff lawyer boy. I suppose these gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-orientated gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facility to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with. Public facilities. I wonder if she means that trash can. Can we examine the trash can? Oh, wait. Oh. That's not what I wanted to point at. I was trying to switch scenes. A brightly painted dragon. Why do I get the feeling he's glaring at me? Those paints must have been to repaint this wall. That's right. I called in an artist to do the job right. He's the third so far. The third? The first spilled paint all over the entrance here, the second on my kimono. And so... No, don't tell me. It's rare that I don't know. Oh. Oh my god. Aha. Oh. I figured it out. I managed to turn. I was like, wait, how do I see the other side of the scene? This is difficult. This is not what I remember. So on the Switch, you could just tap it. Obviously, not on the Switch. On the DS, you could just tap it. On the Switch, it's a completely different button. I should read the instructions properly. Who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. I bet she has a story. You know? There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. Throwing Sam in the bin? Oh. There's a big trash can on the way into the park. I guess we could check it out. A detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney. Two pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Wait, you don't think... I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, and he took off its mirror? I never knew Daddy was so strong. I only have room in my pockets for one of these though. Which do you want to take? Oh, which would be more helpful? Can we take the mirror? Because then at least we can identify the car. Although, to be fair, we can switch the evidence a little bit later. I'm curious about this. It looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now, don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite a determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey, miss, stay out of the park. You got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? Huh? No, move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play someplace else? We're not kids and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong. Ah, Detective Sky. Oh, it's Detective Sky. It's Emma Sky. We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. Detective? Why is she wearing a lab coat? You hardly want to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are... curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Ah, why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not... Or I might spill something on that pretty little face of yours. Want a dose of experimental oh my god. Hydroxyacetylulinodesotrace? Oh my god, that's a hard word to say. Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out the riffraff, if you would. Yes, ma'am. Wow, she's so rude. Like, I liked Emma, but she's... although, right, I can understand why she's being rude. She is... In this game, she is under a lot of stress. How are we going to get more information like this? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh, yes, that nice woman. Right, let's speak to Little Plum. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh, yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago, huh? Gunfire, someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too. You're kidding. What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house, too? A crime without honour, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. So, what happened at your house? Bloomers last night. Eh? I got a bad feeling about this. Me, Little Plum Kitaki, the victim of a panty snatcher. What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen? Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. It wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy. I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common. It's hard to imagine Trucy's and Mrs. Kitaki's panties having much in common. I just imagine Mrs. Kitaki's panties. Ugh. I know, we'll find your bloomers too. Great, show me what you're made of. What have you got me into this time, Trucy? That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, Mother. She's a Kitaki too. Miss. Hmm? Here, our flyer. The Right Anything Agency. Anything Agency? Yep. Do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Goodbye. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. Hmm? Can we examine anything else? Oh, we can examine the paint. Let's do that. There's paint splashed all over this gate. What a mess. Was this paint knocked over by the car that hit my daddy? That's right, fair. And I'm left to clean up the mess. If you find whoever did this, bring the scoundrel by, would you? Of course. Then you can make them clean up their own mess. You're cute, naive, but cute. When I find whoever did this, you can bet I'll be doing some cleaning. There's nothing I dislike so much as a mess. Oh, I wish I could say cool things like that. I'll bet you do. I laughed when my teeth went chattering so hard. Oh. Wow, what a big house. And the gate's so big. The Kitaki family's pretty big around these parts. I like the fox. It's so cute. That's our family crest from the old country. Your family crest? We're clever as the fox and our teeth are sharp. So it's like a motto. You need a crest too, Apollo. Oh, how about the scales of justice or a lunar lander? I'll pass, thanks. The fox is very cute, actually. Look at it. It's adorable. I can't wait to meet the boss though, but the boss is so... Oh, he is adorable in his own little way. Okay, so we've done this. Can we talk to the officer? I gotta say, I'd really like to know what happened here. Hey, I said no one goes in. Unless you want a face full of Oh my god. Hydroxymadea, what do you call it? No dice. So we can't go into the park. People Park, huh? Kind of an odd name for such an empty place. I wonder why it's named that. Hey, there's something written on the gate post. Huh? Oh yeah, it says donated by Big Winds Kitaki. You mean the Kitaki family built this park? It's so nice of them to give to the community like that. Let's not get too friendly with them, shall we? A gangster building a park. Odd move for a crime boss. Okay. Oh, actually, no. We were going to present something to... Oh, was it raining really heavily? Oh, wow. It's raining really heavily, but I don't know if you guys can hear it. No, my mic isn't picking up. Can you tell me anything about this mirror? That's probably from the car that knocked that fellow across the street. Right, that makes us a valuable clue. Let me know if you find that car, would you? You splash Kentucky paint, you pay the price. Okay, so we'll move. Let's go to the scene of the stand thief. So I think we've like found all we can at the park. At least we got the wing mirror, so we can try and find the car that hit Phoenix Wright. So, what's this place? This would be Mr. Eldine's house, silly. Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. I can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already. Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there. And you're right, what's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place? A hospital? There's a sign. Maractus? Clinic? Oh, that's where the thief went. The thief? The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night. Wait, maybe that police car's... Oh no, hang on. Oh my god. I'm getting confused between the voices. Wait, maybe that police car's here to find my panties. I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate. There you are, Sonny. There you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet? No, not yet. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. Well, let's talk to Aldine for a bit anyway. So, your stand, Aldine's Noodles, was it? Aye, passed down from father to son. That stand's seen its share of salt. Salt runs in the family, you might say. I bet high blood pressure does too. So, your stand, Aldine's Noodles, was stolen. Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend. No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time you bought a new one anyway? Are there any more details you could give me about the stand? You bet, sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, trying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m. I reckon. I guess he's not aiming for that late night market. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, then went inside. When did you notice it's been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast? I'm washed up on the salty shores of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being. They took everything. All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams. At least they left one bowl. Look, there on the ground. If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl, my last bowl. Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. That's it. That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to. It's a crying shame, that is. If they have to steal, make it my loincloth. Not some pretty girl's panties. Why would anyone steal a loincloth? Guy, no. No one wants a loincloth. The garage, right? You don't think the thief lives there, do you? Fair. I wouldn't put it past that good for nothing doctor. I detect a little animosity here. Let's make sure to check out that garage thoroughly. But let's also examine. Is this yours, Mr. Aldine? Hey, there's the heart and soul of Aldine's Noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty soon it's going to taste just like noodles. Wow, it does smell like noodles. All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back from me, sonny boy, I'm begging you. Okay, so we've got the bowl noodles. Well, the bowl. That's the place right there. That's where I kept my stand, covered all nice and purty with that blue tarp there. So you use this plastic sheet to cover your stand at night. I see. You see? What? Did you figure out why it was stolen? Well, no. But it does suggest that the thief knew what he or she was looking for. They clearly knew what was under that sheet. So it wasn't one of those casual drive-by stand natchers, you mean? Not bad, sonny boy, not bad at all. This house is, well, it's old. It's been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. It's got character though, just like my soup. It's got character. I always thought character was a positive thing. I mean, it is supposed to be. It looks like the oil drum is connected to that sink over there. Collecting rainwater to do the dishes. How environmentally conscious. You don't think he uses rainwater to cook those noodles than to make the broth, do you? Oh, I'm sure he finds the best water money can buy. Taste is his business, you know. Look, that sign over there. Aldine only uses water from all natural sources. I think I'll take a rain check on Eaton here. Save the light? I don't remember that. There's a handwritten sign here. Save the light. Save the light. Indeed, Mr. Aldine's house is practically in the dark here. I guess the hospital clinic next door blocks the sunlight. Everything's gone wrong since they built this monstrosity. Broth needs sun or it rots. What's a man to do? They just want my customers to get food poisoning so they can turn a pretty profit. That seems like a lot of trouble to go through for a few extra patients. It's a doggo. Look how cute. Look, a doggy. Good boy. Good boy, Salty. I'm sure the dog has a real name, Tracy. Yep, sure does. Name's Spoon. And it's a she, by the way. Spoon doesn't seem so lively. Didn't get her a bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Poor little thing. Apollo, we have to find that stand soon, for Spoon's sake. I'm pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles. I mean, I think dogs can eat noodles, but I don't think they're supposed to have really salty broth. Salt's bad for humans, but it's also quite bad for dogs as well. What's this poster? No clues here. Okay. Is that Aldine's laundry? New. That's quite a sign. I take it that's new as opposed to old. Ah, you like it. Made it myself, I did. I meant to write noodles, but ran out of space. Fryer pan prevents your poor performance. Lucky for me, it spells a word all by itself and spruces up my image, it does. It does have a certain powerful willful denial thing going for it. Willful denial. Oh dear. Anything else? Okay. Oh, right. The Maractus Clinic. That doorway sure is sparkly. The Maractus Clinic. Looks more like a casino parlour than a hospital. They must be quite profitable. Funny, it's closed. Maybe they're on vacation today. Free shots for the price of one. Free shots of what? Looks like they have a special offer going on. 3 shots for the price of 1. Oh, now's our chance, Apollo. Chance for what? I don't need any shots, thank you. Whoever runs this clinic, they seem pretty business-minded. I can't even remember who runs the clinic. I'd understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car. Maybe they're tax evaders. Sorry, miss, not going into the clinic today. Did something happen? Huh? Oh, no, nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? We need a little more info on this Maractus clinic. We could ask Mr. Aldin. He is their neighbour after all. And we should check out that garage. What if the thief who stole my panties is still in there? Oh, we can't get in there. Can we talk to Aldin more? Oh, we can. Hey, do you think something happened next door? There's a police car out front. There. Probably gave someone food poisoning, I bet. If anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning, and that police car got here this morning, actually. I asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me. The neighbour. Fair. Not that I was surprised much. That doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. Fair. The wrong crowd. Never you mind about that. Oh, he's not even going to tell us who the wrong crowd is. Let's see if he knows anything about that. Sorry, Sunny Boy. My interest is for my stand and precious little else. Get cracking on that case. Find my stand. I'm begging you. You can tell my bowls by this. You can tell my bowls by the Mr. Salty logo, the mascot of Aldi's Noodles. They come to the stand, they sit, they drink deep from that bowl. And when they see the bottom, their face looks just like Mr. Salty's genius, no? Very high concept. You can't ply a trade if you don't love the tools, remember that. Yes, sir. Brucey has a thing for professionals, clearly. Can I actually look at the bowl? Oh, I can. Oh. Mr. Salty's face. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely be a face that I'd be pulling if I had a very salty broth. He's the Aldi Noodles mascot. Mr. Salty, he's so cute. It's not a very endearing mascot, is it? You know, come to think of it, it looks a lot like you, Apollo, especially the red part. Can I help if I look? Can I help if I like red? I was on the bottom as well. Oh, look, I love these little personal touches. Seems a shame to hide on the bottom of the bowl. Huh? When I touched it, the paint flaked off. He must have painted it on by hand with warm professional care. After buying the cheapest paint he could find with cold professional thrift. Was it? So wait, hang on. If this one flaked off, then what about this one? Would the inner side flake off as well? Because, oh no, that means we'll be eating paint. Oh, we can examine this. Oh, there's the paint. No clues here. Oh, oh, here we go. It's cut clean off. I wonder what's in there. There are wires hanging out. Let's see. Eek! Are you okay? Just a little joke. Don't scare me like that. You mean don't shock you? Zap! Okay, there's no other clues, just that bit. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like we can go anywhere. I want to swap in. So, because, right, the bin had both evidence. We can swap. There's some paint on the slippers in the trash can. Should I? No. We're going to keep it. I think where we need to go next is actually back to our office. No. It isn't. Okay, so interesting. Right, let's swap the evidence then instead. Okay, yes, swap. Righto. I wonder if Little Plum can tell us about these. Sorry, kid, I got no idea what you're talking about. That's fine. But let's examine them. They're from that miraculous clinic. There's a leaf. The bottom's covered with paint. What's this weird shape here? It looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped in some yellow paint. So the outline was left when the leaf was removed. I got paint on my hand. Apollo! I saw you try to wipe your hand on my cape. Apollo. He's trying to wipe his hand on my cape. Oh dear. Well, let's move to Aldune's house. Maybe Aldune can tell us more about these slippers. Sorry, Sonny Boy. My interest is for my stand impressions as well. Get cracking on this case. On my stand, I'm begging you. Okay, so no, he can't tell us more. Okay, so it's not Aldune. We can't check out the garage because the police car's there. So he won't let us through. But we got nothing else to talk to Aldune about. So we've checked out the Kentucky oh my god, he said Kentucky mushroom then. Because of shiitake mushroom. My brain was just like shiitake. Oh my god. Right. Mr. Wright's office. The Miraculous Clinic, Aldine's Noodles. So we examined all of that. I don't think there's anything else. Don't really know where else to go. And we can't talk to... We've got nothing else to talk to Little Plum about anymore. Does she know about that? No, so she doesn't know about the noodles. I wonder if we can talk to the officer again. No. Okay, so we can't do that. We swap the... I don't think the slippers are going to help us at the moment. So we'll swap the slippers back out for the wing mirror. Okay. Oh, let's talk about the panty snatcher. I didn't realise I could talk to her. Maybe I should ask her more about her, This is going to be difficult. Apollo. Yeah? You're going to have to press me for information. Go ahead. Do your worst. No thanks, I pass. You can't pass. This is your job. Look, I had hung them outside the window there to dry. When a thief came and took them, my favourite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait. But I lost him. I can't live without those panties. Please find them. Well, do you have any leads? One moment. Alakazam. Alakazazin. Whoa, where'd all this evidence come from? So what happens next? That's it. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, neat. Okay, so she's not gonna be able to tell us anything else. Oh, let's get to the clinic. Huh? Mr. Wright's gone. Maybe he's gone for an examination. He'll probably be back soon. Let's wait. I think it might take some time. Daddy always loved his examinations. Don't ask, Justice. You don't want to know. Why don't we come back later? Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, okay. So we can't talk to him. Oh, so sure. I was all like, yeah, we can talk to Phoenix. Oh, am I missing something then? She couldn't tell us about... Oh, wait, hang on, she can. Can you tell me anything about this mirror? That's broke from the car that knocked that foot. Oh no, we already asked her that. Okay. And then Aldine can't actually tell us anything about the wing mirror either. Right. Am I missing something? I must be missing something. Okay, the police car's still there. Okay, so it's not here. Am I missing something here? Alright, let's just... We're gonna run our finger across everything. Apart from the bin. The bin... Oh, maybe if I present that to her. No, okay, so she's not gonna talk to us about our badge. How about the map? No? Okay. How about you? No? He also couldn't tell us about the slippers, could he? Oh, I don't remember if I presented it to him or not. Oh my god. Wait! I just seen that there was a... wait. We can go to the garage. I just seen there's a new scene. I didn't see this. It's me like wandering around, or like where do I go from here? Okay, Maractus Clinic Garage. What's a kitty cat at top? This is the place. This is where that panty snatcher ran. Are you sure? Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues. Clues to panty snatching. Clues like a pair of panties. Trucy, did you try not saying panties so many times? Oh, I see evidence already. I mean, there's one, there's two. Okay, there's something about this car. Let's take a closer look. Well. Hey, look at that. The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping the clue from me, are you, Polly? A clue, let's see. Show evidence. I think I do have just a clue you've got in mind. Take that! Take that! My clue is this. It matches. Whoa, that's the same colour and size and everything. A perfect match. I guess we could check it out. Two pieces of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car? It's a side view mirror. It looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something or someone. Wow, looks like we've just solved the case. So the car that hit Daddy last night is sitting right in front of us. Yep. Wow, you put the pro in professional, Apollo. Gee, thanks, Trucy. All right, so that's clue number one. Clue number two is this. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tyre. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. We should bring it to him later. So we have a phone. And what's this in the exhaust? I wonder what this could possibly be. And that reminds me, I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on so many years ago. Apparently there was this car with a piece of evidence shoved into the tailpipe. Oh, that was the Emma and Lana Sky case where Lana was suspected of murder and a bit of evidence was shoved into the exhaust pipe. That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving the case. It was Lana's scarf, I think it was. Wow. I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car, and I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's got to have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey, there's something in there. What? Wait a second. Are these your... Ah! My panties! What? Already? Wow, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really, don't mention it. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties. Not something that you want as part of your skill set, Apollo. What are your skills, Apollo? I can find girls' panties. What are those? My little panties, of course. They've come home to Mama. I can't wait to use them. You're going to put them on now. Watch closely. See? Nothing in the panties. Ta-da! Whoa, where'd that come from? How did that bowl get in your panties? My panties are an extra dimensional space. Anything can fit in them. They're my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks. Magic panties. They love them all over the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly. You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner. I love her magical panties. They're so cute. Well, that's one case closed at least. What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran off with the tool of my trade. Oh, right. Apollo. Huh? What is it? Now that we've solved this case, we should go report to Daddy. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him. Okay. He doesn't seem the type to mope, though. And this is hardly a case worth reporting. Can we examine anything else in here? Oh, it's a box of parts. Eek! Someone's there. Oh, it's just a gold-painted human skeleton. Why is it gold-painted? Just a human skeleton and painted gold. There's a mannequin hand waving to us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think? It screams something, that's for sure. It's a cat. Kitty cat. Hey, a kitty cat. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, that was a cute meow. Oh. It's not coming down. We do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you. It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in that hat. Oh, is there something else here? Look, it's a folding ladder. Polly, that's called a step ladder. Come on. A step ladder? How is that different from a regular ladder then? It's a much more complex piece of machinery. It's like two ladders stuck together. So you admit that basically it's a ladder, right? Wait, huh? You have to look past the form at the essence of the thing. Can we talk about something else? Anything else that we can examine here? No, that looks like that's it. Okay, let's move. Well, at least we found Trucy's panties. Let's go visit Mr. Wright. Or as we call him, Daddy Wright. Hickfield Clinic. Yo, how's it going? Daddy, how are you feeling? Not bad, Trucy, not bad. It's good to have you youngins on the case. Let's old Daddy-o get some rest. Well-deserved R&R. The elderly need their rest. He's not that old. Yeah, exactly. Isn't he only 33? We've cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent. Capable. Tell me what you found out if you want to. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. Progress report. Well, I certainly didn't expect you back this early. Polly's amazing. He found my panties so quick. Almost like he was the one who stole them. You have an interesting concept of praise. And? Did you find the mad driver who gave me that 30-foot toss? Apparently it was a doctor from the Maractus Clinic. Maractus, eh? I've heard of him. Nothing good, mind you. That reminds me, a police car was parked outside the clinic. Maybe something happened. What is this Maractus Clinic anyway? All I've heard are the rumours. That clinic's been making good money. In a bad way. Bad? Ties to organised crime, the Kentucky family. The Kentucky family? He did that on purpose. Some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see? They use the Maractus clinics for their patch-up jobs. Interesting. It looked like something had happened in that park. A body was found there in unusual circumstances. Something more unusual than being dead. It's not our concern in any case. Right, let's ignore that and find that noodle stand. Whatever happened to professional curiosity? Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to this Maractus place. Maybe hit him up for some Maybe hit him up with some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid. We solved the case of your accident and found a missing article of clothing. My panties. That leaves the noodle stand. Eh? Feel free to drop in if you get stuck. I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo. Hello, pro bono. Oh dear, Apollo. Right, back to the office to plan our next move. Ta-da! New scene. Okay, cool. It's this gal. You're the woman from the Kentucky place. Yes. I knew it. Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tiala. I have a request. Ooh, what's her request? Your request? Let me guess. Something's been stolen? Your flyer. It says now defending. So I thought... What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me? Maybe you can tell us what happened. Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him. Fiancé? What happened to him then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park? Oh, we are getting some juicy story. So, what's your story? You frequent the Kitaki family, yes? Are you a member of their, organisation? No, not yet. Not yet? You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. The boss's son? So he's a gangster? Yes, but the Kitakis are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, live the good gangster life. I think you're onto something. Mrs. Kitaki, I like the sound of that. I'm not sure your daddy would care much for that. What happened? I haven't been told all the details, but I do know a body was found in the park near the Kitaki mansion. There are lots of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol, but I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. And your fiancé was arrested for this? What sort of person is your fiancé? Your fiancé is the Kitaki family's only son, correct? His name's Waki Kitaki. I brought a photo. He's adorable. I really like him. Well, that's quite the photo. I know. Oh, he can be powerful and menacing, but so cute. But if he's the boss's only son... Yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already of this agency. Please help my Waki, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. Letter of request added to the court records. Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime. Okay. Scene of the crime first. So we need to go back to the Kitaki... oh my god, I keep trying to say Kitaki mushroom. God's sakes. Stop it, Jatsu. Kitaki mushroom. It's the Kitaki mansion. Oh my god. Right. So this is it. My first murder crime scene. Oh, I see. There's a motorcycle in the back. It means one of my favourite characters. We're going to meet him. Oh my god. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing. We're investigating, aren't we, Apollo? So, I have a letter of request. A letter of her? Hit request? Oh my god. Why does it say hit request? That's not the sort of request we need. Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiara must have used the Kitaki stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Oh, you beautiful, beautiful man. So, he is... Right, so we already met his brother. This is the other brother, who I like more. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this guy? Oh, he's so beautiful. Hello. I must say I'm used to being inspected by the ladies, but this is the first time I felt this way of a man. Mr. Gavin. I also find it really weird that I do find his brother much better. This guy much better than Christoph, even though they are exactly the same. Ah, Fraulein, what is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help you? Yes. The policeman fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted standing out here. I'll take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir, of course, sir. Very well, this way, Fraulein. Whee! Hey, what about me? They just left Apollo behind. Oh, well, at least we found Eldune's stand, I suppose. On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you. Will we see you again? Ask the wind, Fraulein. I'll be riding on it. Who was that? Eek! Apollo, look! A corpse! What? Well, hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, you sure got me. Might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? It's Emma. Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here? Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. That glimmerous fop always gets in my way. Anyway, the scene's off limits. Excuse me, I have a letter request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? I forget that we don't see much of Gumshoe either because Emma's the detective here in this story. I'd recognise that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was... Oh my god. Scientific analysis says this was written by Alita Tiala. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out. So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taken the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. The body was pulling the stand. So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Sky. I'm in charge of this crime scene. She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know about how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case. Detective Sky, quiet, please. It's snack time. Just have munch. So Emma Sky, she has a habit of munching when she's stressed. And right now she's clearly very stressed. Oh, look at her go. We're not making much progress here. It must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and they won't give me the position I requested. And then he gave up the defense attorney life. He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? Oh, I can't remember if she wanted to work for Miles or she wanted to work for Phoenix. But Phoenix isn't a defense attorney. Oh, wait, hang on. Phoenix is a defense attorney. Miles is a prosecutor. So yeah, maybe she wanted to work with Phoenix. Detective Sky, quiet please. It's snack time. Oh, I don't think she's going to talk to us, actually. Oh, okay. We're not making much progress here. It must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Oh, no, she just says the same thing. Okay. Okay. I wonder if she'll let us... I can see something there. I know what that is. Hey there, no messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Investigations are to be carried out by professionals, scientifically. She's not going to let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. I better check out what we came here to find at least. Okay. Apollo, look. That stand. It says Aldune. I've noticed. Well, we've solved the case of the missing stand at least. Though the circumstances could stand to be better. Okay. So Emma's not going to talk to us and she's also not going to let us discover anything. Let's talk to Aldune. And then I might need to go talk to Phoenix, actually. Oh, Mr. Eldoon. Hello? Looks like he left. We found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl? Too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl, so sorry. What a bummer. Okay, so we can't find Eldoon. We're going to need to go find... Let's go find Daddy Phoenix. Don't tell me he's not there either. Oh. You're back. We're into some problems. Oh, Polly didn't want to tell you something. Polly didn't want to tell you something. Wait, what? Oh, Polly didn't want to tell you Daddy something. Tell Daddy something. Didn't want... Oh, didn't you? Oh my God. My sentences are getting so mixed up. Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something? Who? Me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem. No problem, actually. I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me. Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. Yes, Phoenix. Apollo here is a defense attorney as well. So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was? That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway? A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me. That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait. Maybe you know the other guy too. The other guy? That shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucies. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances after a fashion. Gavin. And he said Clavier Garden? Clavier Gavin. Rock and roll god incarnate. Clavier? What a lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. And what was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, that detective woman won't let us. Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her. It'll be fine, you'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Right, back to the office. A silk hat, which would be this one. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Whoa! You know what this is, Trucy? I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. It's getting more and more suspicious. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is. She sure will know. Right, let's go to the mansion. Let's go into the park. Let's present. White powder. Does this ring any bells? Ah, is that? It couldn't be. Where did you get that? I bought it from the office. You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes? Yeah, sort of. Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Trucy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, Then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories. White powder memories. If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. Or dust or prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Let's talk to her again. She'll be more receptive now. The report came in late last night. The body was found much as you see it now, except it was a real body. But why? Why was the body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. It was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age, unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Palmer Ectus. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Okay, so we're not going to be able to speak to the doctor of the clinic because this guy is the owner. Miraculous autopsy report. Time of death, June 14th after 10 p.m. Cause of death, single bullet to the right temple. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is Guy Eldoon. Who's the L guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad, I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work, thanks. What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see the connection here. Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Oh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favours to repay to people back here. Favours? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left, but Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. If she's been out of the country for a while, she probably doesn't know that about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? Waki Kitaki. I don't know if he is the boss's son, but he's certainly thrown his weight around. Violently, in a detention centre. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You are a defence attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance. Actually, yes I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Eh? The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's a physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Miraculous Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, they're on a related issue. I told a detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Miraculous stole the stand and pulled it all the way here. That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. We can now examine the scene, right? There's got to be a good clue or two around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look, another pair of underwear. Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? Oh my god, they're little plums, aren't they? And this is Mr. Aldine's needle stand, obviously. It does say Aldine in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him, what with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right. Congratulations, Apollo. And leaves us with 1 case. That's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. Oh, the tarp. Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the stand. Apollo, I bet the victim oh my god. I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here. I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted. Don't touch those. Those are preserving the crime scene. Oh, I guess police put these tarps here after all. Has that mannequin got a moustache? Or is that a smile? I can't tell. I think it's a smile. This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. Mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief? What? You think someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah. Taking care of business. Little plum Kentucky style. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. Okay, is that all the clues? Oh. What's here? Benches line the river running through the park. Ah, a little urban oasis. I bet children come here to splash around in the water. That river's a little deep for splashing and a little dirty. Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing. Oh, I didn't even notice this. It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. Oh, lingo. The defendant, Rocky Kentucky, is the son of a known gangster. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, it wasn't the murder weapon. Wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Look at this. There's a handprint on this shiv. A handprint? Then there might be fingerprints. Let's investigate. We can do fingerprints. Right. First, choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint. Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one print there. Those black spots. That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze. I think this one is to... Okay. That's the only one we can select. Right. Let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With a press of A, like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder. So you just dust it on. Oh my god, my brain is just like, reading is difficult today. And blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use X and... So on the DS, there was a microphone on the DS, and when you dust it off, you could actually literally go and blow it all off using the microphone. And unfortunately, with the Switch, you don't have that. So we have to push a very sad little X. Wow, amazing. It's like magic. Isn't it though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. So let's dust. Tap, 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 tap. Do you know, I'd like to try this in real life. I think it'd be quite fun, but then I also get a bit bored. Right, time to blow off the dust. Oh, do we need to keep blowing? Good, clear, quite impressive. Next, to match the print. The police office has samples, so you can tell whose finger this print belongs to. That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. And it's a match. We can actually, so the good thing is you can actually switch it around to see what other people's prints are. It kind of looks like Emma's print. But no, it's definitely Wacky's. This bit's quite cool. Comparison complete. Match found. So, the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started, I'm already losing. So, have you met the defendant? No. This now is almost over at the detention centre. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife of prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry, it's like a writer tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Okay. Did the music stop? That's really weird. Detention center, let's go. Right, and we get to meet Wacky. He is very cute and adorable. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. We still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kentucky himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die, you. You're the one on your way out, old. Ah, they're here. Look at him. Ah, he is... So at first, right, I couldn't tell. I thought he was wearing sunglasses. They're not sunglasses. Those are his eyebrows, guys. His eyebrows. Look how chunky his eyebrows are. Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron. You Rocky's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kentucky, fed with the Kentucky family caprice. Actually, I came to speak to your son, Mr. Justice. Yes, my son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, he wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn that. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be Wacky. A G's not a G till he does hard time, Zoe. You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change. Silence. Look at him. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha. You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need a trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't have me down tomorrow. I wish I had a deeper, huskier voice so that I could do these voices. So much for talking to a client. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out. To be continued. Let's start the court case. What time? Yeah. We can start the court case. I've got some time. And then we'll probably get to half of the case. And then we'll call it a day. Save complete. Let's go. Yes, continue to the next chapter. But this case might be quite long, actually. Let's see. Huh? Mr. Wright's not here today. He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? It was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said he'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Yeah, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Oh, do some now. Want to see, here. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying. Good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really, Wacky. Don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realised. The trial started and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. June 16th, 10 a.m, District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, hello, Clavia. My beautiful man. Court is now in session for the trial of Wacky Kitaki. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Ready to rock and roll, Judge. Ah, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor. Is Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking the leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time. Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I fear that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? The little boy... I don't know if he holds a grudge against Apollo for this, actually. It was worth cancelling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Act on, baby. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Paul Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was the doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant, right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone, Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. I love this animation of his. Oh my god. It is so pretty. Oh my god. I might have to go look for it online and be like, Clavia, you and your animation, you look so pretty. 9, not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleared up. Could you talk without an accompaniment? I swear I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? A motive, Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of Maractus Clinic? Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh? But what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? Oh, Wacky. What is right? They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly? Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant Rocky, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step to Kentucky, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to the public official, you best be prepared to step into jail. You got to hand it to him. Rocky sure has guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive from the defendant himself. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago, he messed up my op, something bad, and then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doctor patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No, she's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. You know what I'm saying? But why was he pulling the truck? That's why I don't get. Well, not the truck, the noodle stand. It was saying you were the one, the victim's patient. A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I'll tell you one thing, that dog was whack. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first I'm hearing about all of this. Okay, well, we're going to press all of his statements. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, pointy logs? Just who do you think you are? Your lawyer? Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. Okay. By someone, you mean? Was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor besides you, I mean? You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done, straight gangster style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. So you were a patient at the Miraculous Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honour. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the Rival's family. That's when I pulled a jack move. Oh, he was shot and ran into an ambush. G busted the cat right in me. According to our sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting and ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time by yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the Miraculous Clinic from there. Apparently he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart and he's still alive. I can catch bullets between my teeth, but I never learned how to catch them with my heart. Bullets stopped just short of my thumb, you know? You know what I'm saying? I'd been golden if it weren't for that whack dog. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. So as you say, the surgery was a failure. And that ain't all of it, Holmes. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though our doctor wished to hide his mistake. That's why he let the defendant go. He's a liar straight up. He's a badder G than me. But what I want to know is what he did wrong or what he tried to hide. So this bullet is still... You know it, I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man, weren't no accident, that's for shizzle. It seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favour. Wacky, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight. But why does this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lying up taking eye exams and all that before to die young then fade. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy. A relief to hear. Eh? What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way, that's whacked. There is proof. Your checkup report. Oh my god, so Waki's in danger. Or medically in danger. How ironic that it would kill the man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness. Waki sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Right, hang on. So let's read the autopsy reports. So victim's name is Palmer Actus. Age 46, male, estimated time of death, June 14th, between 10:15 and 10:45. So there's a half an hour window. That's not too bad. Cause of death, damage to brain resulting from bullet wound. Points of interest. Entry point was the right temple. Okay, cool. No, so we already examined Waki's knife. Is there anything else to examine? So the defendant's prints are on this knife. That would mean he was there. He was here the night of the crime. That's what I call irrefutable scientific evidence. Neat. Not so neat when it happens to be evidence against our client. Again, there's nothing else on this. Nope. Okay. We didn't actually check out Eldune's noodles. Or, well, his stand at least. I probably should have done so when we were at the park. Huh? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eldune spelled his name backwards on this side. I think that says noodle. As in Eldune's noodles. Huh? Oh, I get it. So the name of his store is the same whether you read it forward or backwards. Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, except for the last S. Then, how about a store called Tea Meat? Close, but that would be Tame Mate backwards. And what kind of store is that? Why, a store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's tea meat. Is there anything else we can examine here? What I don't understand is why he's got a table strapped to the top. Although the design's actually pretty cute. I want to do a design like this. But in like pixelated style. Although, to be fair, I could draw it. I need to do more drawing. I'm struggling at the moment, mostly because so there was a pencil tool that I had on Clip Studio Paint that I really enjoyed using whilst drawing. And it was like my absolute favourite sketch pencil. And obviously because I wiped my computer clean, I have now lost that asset on CSP, and the creator of that pencil has deleted it off of the Clip Studio Paint's assets. So I no longer have access to it. And I'm just like, oh my God. These boomers sure have a distinct design. You certainly know who they belong to at a glance. That way she doesn't have to write a name on them. Genius. I would think writing a name would be easier than drawing a plum blossom. Is this all plums bloomers? Okay. I thought we were going to return them back to her later, but clearly not. Well, actually, I think we do return them, just not right now. Waki Kitaki, age 19. He's only 19. Male, June 14th. Metallic object found near heart. Urgent exam needed. And that was all we've got on the report, right? There's nothing else. Okay. I'm a little uneasy myself. This is Gavin's strategy. Oh my God, this witness. Right, what voice am I going to do for him? So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Just a little tap tap on his lips. My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you refer to some... Oh, he's a waffler. He's a yapper. I am not going to... Actually, maybe I can read it. Hang on, once he's done. Because... Oh, we can read it. Look at this. Right. The great thing about the history bit. That means if when when the old bag does her little, I can actually read it because there's a history bit. I don't think we see her again though. Oh no, that's really sad. And I could read her rants, but clearly that's not a possible thing. My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you refer to some labour that profits society at large and supports a livelihood, under which definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation. And once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion is that gesalt per se, that derives instead of the vagueness inherent in all representations of that which by which he means to say that he is a student, a junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering, filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my Stickler. Please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You ask quite simplistically what I saw. He is... wow. But he doesn't make sense after a while. Can I read the history of what he said? Hang on. Oh, we can. And that's great. You ask quite simplistically what I saw. However, we must understand that Homo sapiens possess two eyes, each of these designed to receive and interpret data, send images in the form of signals to the... and then he gets cut off. That night I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling the stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. He is quite poetic. Was there anyone else in the park at the time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Can we... We can examine it, but there's no prints, no nothing on there. I don't think. Oh, look, it's the end of the barrel. Whoa, don't point that thing at me. Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Magic guns, at least. The ones that pigeons come out of. Very reassuring. Okay, so nothing else. Yes, Your Honour. Trucy, why are you staring like that at the witness? That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. Huh? We'll find out why Trucy has seen this man before. Okay. On the way home from shopping, you say. Why go through the park? Ah, a fascinating inquiry, revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I'm capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, 24 seconds to... Ergo, the time to complete 2 is on average... Oh, God. Right, we're going to read the history. That's enough. Enough. I get the idea. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, 24 seconds to complete 1 such set. Ergo, the time to complete 2 is on average 6 minutes, 48 seconds. However, in the case that the questions are in the verbal category, admittedly not my... That's enough. Enough. I get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I'm recording... Oh my God. Please, I'm recording booked after this trial. And I've got a show to perform. Gee, sorry you're all so busy. It's not our fault it goes off on one. Were these men talking by any chance? Ah, now that you mention it, they were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as you lied to me. Oh, and I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal. It's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. If that's true, then this is a vital piece of testimony. Sounds like you heard them clearly enough, though. Ooh. Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear it on my diploma. What's the difference? And this other man, who was he? How can you be so sure it's the defendant? The crime scene took place at night. It would have been too dark. Whenever he taps his mouth, I really want to make the... You know when you make popping noises with your mouth? Like the hollow noises that you make when you tap your mouth. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. Huh? You see, in class I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why? Who cares? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes. And this relates to your testimony. How? I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is hard, immutable fact. He sure is confident. He seems to be telling the truth too. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one just admitted as evidence? Am I sure? Surely you jest. Also, a common witness would be tempted to say, huh? Yet I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which, oh my god. Wow, this guy, he really likes to go on. Right, the history. Oh my god. Yet I'm no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which indeed restricted my field of vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Now, if we consider that the pistol, let us call it Object A, was indeed shrouded in darkness, it becomes difficult to say with certainty that Object A was indeed Object A. I mean, he means he couldn't see it that clearly. I think he means he couldn't see it that clearly. My badge for a normal witness. Yet the fact that the pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it. When I close my eyes, the defendant raised his weapon. Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired? Yes, of course it was one shot. Why do you ask? Contradiction, finally. Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. A clear contradiction. Good eyes there, Justice. You're cool, real cool. Eh? You really think so? Yet there is no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night. Meaning? This pistol came from the Kentucky family mansion, yeah? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During, perhaps, another altercation. He's got a point. Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before he even spotted the problem. He seems pretty confident in his testimony. We always make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it. Right, better give that testimony another listen. I know where the contradiction is. Okay. Not this. A shot. The bullet hit the man. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Now, that's not what the autopsy report says. The autopsy said he was shot in the right temple. Got you there, Mr. Stickler. Phew, if that's all of it, I think I had a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see, Air Justice? Huh? Oh, objection. Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Right. Look at this. The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right, a problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? Ah, I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak... Oh my god. No, we don't have a problem with you saying square. We know what square in the forehead means. It means straight, front on. Oh my god. Wow. Even I want this guy to shut up. It's just like, for God's sakes, just let me talk. Right, okay. Right. I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, I understand that when I say square, I speak not of geometrical or absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, the deflection of a meter is, oh my god, what is that number? 1,650,763.73 times the wavelength of the light emitted by a krypton particle. As we all know, in addition, it is a well-known fact that krypton particles are rare and invisible to the naked eye, which points to a basic fallacy in your line of reasoning, namely that Mr. Justice. Yes. What's your objection to these krypton particle things? This is a big time, and you are obsessed with something so small you disappoint me. No, I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's bigger, less nitpicky problem here. I'm obsessed with something big. I can't believe you made me say that, Apollo. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? Why is he like blushing? It is, right? Finally. Justice. Oh, Justice. Yes. Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. Yeah. Oh my god, look at his wibbly wobbly eyes. I forgot. I forgot about his animation. Oh my god, look at him. He's yeah. Hey, forehead. Forehead? Let's imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, stop. And you, Fraulein? Me? Well, I'd probably scream, eek. And you, Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? If the victim turned his head at the last moment. Ah, yes, thank you for jogging my memory. It sounds like an addendum to the... Oh my god. Addendum? Addendum. It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required. Oh, he's adding to it. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang out. Whereupon my cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I see. So you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed, with composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let's consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at this... Oh, hang on. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as you can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple as in the report. That does seem to be the case. witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Take action. Okay. So you saw a raised pistol. Weren't you frightened? It can be said we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action. That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot. Eh? You certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind. They're all scaring him. He actually looks like he had no idea he was in danger. Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. Cease this at once, you two, I cried with composure. Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park. The victim responded to that clarion call. Quite. No, sorry. My brain lagged out there. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time the victim turned? Indeed, I would say about the same time to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help. It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step. I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him. Oh, don't say that too loud, Trucy, please. He described the killer's actions more clearly. He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that it was he who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed. He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked, a common tale, but true. Unfortunately, before I could take further action, he didn't try to apprehend the criminal. It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time. But then something about that strike you as odd, Apollo. What? The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away. According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes? In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find. Find something? Find what? I like that contradiction, kind of sad to see it go. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? At least the testimony is getting a little clearer. She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Raised pistol. Cease. Prior composure. The victim turned in the shot rang out. Whereupon the cowardly killer defendant. You can't toss the pistol. I think it's this one. Because he was pulling Aldoon's noodle stand. But there's no clues here. If he was shot whilst turning, and to be honest, I think... Objection! Oh, shit. I didn't mean to present the autopsy report, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's... I pushed the wrong button. That's a penalty. Oh my god. On the wrong track. No, that's not what I meant. He turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang out. Oh my god. I didn't mean to present it. Oh my god. Okay. So, right. If he was shot... What I wanted to check was the autopsy report. Hang on. What I want to know was, did the shot go through? Like, completely through the victim's head? And I think it's to do with this, because we don't see no bullet, like, damage to Aldoon's noodle stand. But I'm gonna save. Okay. And then I'm gonna present Aldoon's noodle stand. Oh, that's... The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honour. Oh no, it's wrong. It's wrong. Okay. Whereupon Catherine appeared frightened, tossing the pistol. He fled from the scene. That was wrong. Oh, we didn't check out this phone. Look at this cute little watch strap. I want one. It's kind of odd though. Oh, it's kind of odd though. What is? I mean, if you wanted to know the time, you could just look at the phone itself. Hey, you're right. Sharp, Apollo. Thanks. Finally some respect. So, what does that tell you? Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through the details for one. They did drop their phone after all. I kind of figured they were a little spacey already. Oh, good point. Can we actually open the phone? No, we can't. Okay. Maybe it's the... When it appears to be frightened, the victim turned. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Where was the pistol found, actually? Does it say? I haven't seen 2 rounds fired, fingerprints were wiped. Oh, but if... He should have been wiping the gun then. Okay, I know what to do. I want my 4 lives back. The fifth one was accidentally taken from me because of my stupid fingers. Tossing the pistol. Right. So he must have wiped the gun. Objection! It's the gun itself because it's right. If he's just tossed it, he wouldn't have had time to wipe it. And if he had time to wipe it, he wouldn't have just tossed it. Well, according to this statement, he wouldn't have anyway. Wait a second. Another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say. A second. Are we intended to wait just that, a single second, 1/60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say, Mr. Justice, yes, Your Honour, am I to understand you're objecting to the length of a second? Yes, I mean, no, here, just take a look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. A common ploy made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran. That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints. Ah, the little girl sticking it to the university student. That's a song in there. I'm not little. Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fraulein? Eh? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo. Well, Mr. Justice, could the killer have been wearing gloves? No way. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained, which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. That wasn't why I thought he wasn't wearing gloves. So you know we picked up the shiv. So the shiv has got fingerprints on it. And because it has prints, then we know that Wacom wasn't wearing gloves that night. But also Apollo makes a good point. The report clearly says that the gun was wiped of prints, which does mean that there was something left on it and it's just been wiped off. If everything happened as you say it did, we wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, He threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of. That sounds solid to me, well, Air Forehead. Any of your precious objections? What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work. You know, I've only recently realised something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. What do you mean, nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said? Huh? Isn't what obvious? When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Waki drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Waki threw away. You're right. He's just confused because the pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. Must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong. Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. While it is indeed true that once... Well, I'm not reading any of that, clearly. What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Okay, what does he say? What does he say? Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. While it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote a love letter in my own blood that was seized by the teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see, and for this the appellation poor might well be prefixed to my name, yet as for the issue that... Right, so he's bringing up some old... Why would you write a love letter in your own blood? Oh my god, that's just creepy, Stickler. That's just creepy. Just write it in normal pen and like ink. I'm sure it'll get the same message across. Jesus. What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Well, if what he threw wasn't the pistol, there had to be something else. At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking. I'll wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? Maybe the shiv. And I don't think he threw it, I think he dropped it from shock. Is that a sword? I saw one of those on that late night movie last night. Great, a sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints? This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. Indeed. Oh, Air Forehead. You're forgetting two other things you've just proven. Huh? One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Waki Kitaki. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim. Oh, indeed. Never underestimate Gavin as the lesson here. The court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please. It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming, yes, that's what I said, assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all, yet here you are assuming that my assumptions is no better. What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. Come on, Stickler. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Why didn't you chase the killer? He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could not run him down, yet he would have done... What? Oh my god. Of course, I could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. They did test me earlier, not prove the defendant's presence at the scene. And we did not know... Oh my god. And we did not also... I can't read. I'm struggling so much today. Oh my god. Come on, brain. Brain and mouth. Let's work together. As a team. And do we not also now know that there was no one else there. It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice? I better find a way to take this testimony down quick. Okay. I'm going to press it all. Which way did the killer run? By that time, it's clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. I mean, he ran in the opposite direction from the Kentucky mansion. Akta. Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight. How did he know that was where I was going? You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood, nor be moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor. Oh, cool answer. Very cool. So nothing strange about how he acted. Tracy looks like she has something to say. What does Tracy have to say? Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? It can be said that I've dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism? 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 Oh my god, what is that word? The inability to read strikes again. And right, text to speech, come on, help me out.
Syllogism.
Yeah, syllogism. A proof of 3 parts. Exquisite, simply exquisite. He actually looks like he's going to cry. What do you want to say, Tracy? Just say it. Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could have happened at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Is that all? No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all. Which is to say, I saw nothing. It was late at night. It's not odd to think there would be a few people around in the park. So he just stood there watching. Not much to go on there. Tracy, if you've got something to say, by all means say it. I can't find a single problem with that testimony. Enough at last, Air Forward. Maybe it's time to back off a bit. No, don't back off. The defence still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honour. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin. I'll let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I'll amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well, you may continue with the cross-examination. I have a feeling it's the bloomers because we found them in the bin. Then the killer from leaving the scene. So he ran away. So Clavier's already said that Waki could have just left the park on the other exit and looped back round, which we can see here because you can see at the top here, not where the exit is, but right there at the top of the park to the right. There's another exit, but you could have just looped back round, which is fair enough. I do think it's the bloomers, not Tracy's bloomers, but little plums. Until the police were at him, I saw no one else. This witness way too self-sure. There's got to be a weakness somewhere in this testimony. Okay, I'm going to save here because I do believe it is little plums, bloomers that we need to present. Okay. Right, let's try it. No, it is not. I'm so sure. How could it not be? I was so certain it was the bloomers. Dun dun dun. Okay, I gotta use my cell phone to call the police. I'm on ambulance. We don't actually know who this phone belongs to. But we already... A watch strap. Time, yeah. Wait. No, okay. No. It's stopped at 9:30. Okay, so we already read through this. Spacey. I think this phone belongs to that girl, actually. Maybe. Okay, I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police until the police arrived at the scene. 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. But Trucy's been wanting to say something throughout the whole entire time. And I can't think of... Okay, and this is when Clavier's like, oh, he could have just looped back round. Maybe there isn't anything left to unravel in this testimony after all. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to this month's air forehead. And they don't have enough. They don't have enough to put Wacky away yet. Should I back off for now? The defence still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honour. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin. Maybe I'm supposed to give up. Oh yeah, okay, right. So, I want to do no. Oh no, not no, yes. I want to do yes. Not no. Oh my god, my brain. Because Tracy won't tell us what it is. Okay, yes. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. It appears there were no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous use of prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. No. Is Tracy going to object? It seems we've come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be all. How unfortunate. It seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, Air Forehead? I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Wacky Kitaki. Oh, who screamed? Oh. Oh my god. Tracy. Nobody move. What's the meaning of this? Who are you? There'll be no verdict in this court, not yet. Wait, are you one of the Kitakis? The Kitakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes. What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of... Judge. I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess 20 minutes, or I promise you, you'll regret it. Wait, how did you disappear so fast? Dun dun dun, Tracy's been kidnapped. Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo. I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man. Dun dun dun, to be continued. Can I continue? Oh my god. Or do I call it a day? Save the progress. Yes, overwrite the slot. I think I might call it a day, actually, because I don't know how long this next part's going to be. Return to the games menu. So yeah, let's call it a day. Poor Trucy, she's been kidnapped, but we will come back to it, and we'll come back to it next week. We will discover what happened to Trucy, and all the things, all the good things. Oh, this song, I love this song. Oh my god, I like all the songs. All the songs are amazing. But yes, thank you so much for everyone who joined me today. We will be back on Tuesday. I haven't picked a game yet, and I also haven't done what I said I was going to do, which is play more of the Boogeyman, and to get us to a certain point where we can then just watch all the bad endings. And then I thought, right, if I set it up so we can see all the bad endings, I can then do like a full playthrough for the good ending, and we could probably like do a speed run of it, because I won't need to listen to all of the speech and all the script. I just have to follow the instructions and make sure I get all the things required for the happy ending. So we might do that, but I need to set up the game in order to get all the bad endings. So I will try and sort that out either tomorrow or Monday, and hopefully then we can do like a full-on speed run of the Boogeyman and then get all the endings. But yeah, thank you again for joining me today. I hope you all have a lovely and wonderful weekend. And we will continue Apollo Justice next week. We'll see what happened to Trucy. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll get another chapter in before I have to actually end stream. So instead of ending in the middle of a chapter, let's just play it safe and end it here. I know it's a cliffhanger and I do apologise, but if you did enjoy the stream, don't forget to follow here all my socials as well, where you can find all my updates on Twitter. If you miss a stream, you can watch all the VODs on YouTube, where there are like little minor edits done to the VOD. Don't forget there's merch too. If you like the community, come join the Discord. We have a lot of fun over there. But yes, that's it. I hate doing endings, they're so awkward. But yes, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys again on Tuesday. So bye-bye for now.